Hi there, my name's Matt and I'm the Chief Executive here at the National Emergency Services Museum in Sheffield. Our friends down at Essex Fire Museum have been giving us a little Facebook Live show around their museum and showing their fantastic collection and the amazing work they do down there. And they've set us a little challenge here in Sheffield to show you a little bit more about the collection we've got here. So I'm currently in our Blitz exhibition with our ATV, so that's an auxiliary towing vehicle behind us. I'm just going to walk you to what is one of my favourite exhibits that we've got in the museum, take you through our Victorian engine house. Got some amazing vehicles in here. The one behind me there, I'll just stop nice and quickly, is one of the last surviving fire engines to serve in the Sheffield Blitz, and originally was with Barnsley Council. Bought brand spanking new just before the war and seconded straight into Sheffield to help with the Sheffield Blitz. Now obviously the building that the museum's housed in used to be an old Victorian combined police, fire and ambulance station. And would have just simply had nothing but horse-drawn vehicles like what we've got around us. One of my favourite exhibits that we've got is our 1769 Newsham and Rag parish pump, this one just there. And in 2 seconds, I'll just turn the camera around so you can see it a little bit better. But one of my favourite reasons for this vehicle, so to speak, is the fire damage on it. You can see on the top just there. So you can see our parish pump a little bit better there. So it was originally made by Newsham and Rag, would have been pulled by one horse, this one. So you've got the shafts there for it to be pulled by. It has got one wheel really damaged on this one. I'll show you on the other side. But one of the reasons that makes it one of my favourite exhibits is the fire damage on it. So the fire damage has revealed, well, literally it's peeled back 250 years of history to reveal the original colour scheme of the vehicle. And a lot of the original pigments in the paint have just been hidden by years of varnish and years of other colour schemes that have been done on the vehicle. Now, the vehicle is exactly how it would have been, just being pumped by hand. So the handles that are on the side of it are just here. You just see it moving slightly. They would have been pumped up and down to pass water through the pump straight into what is the a gooseneck and the branch on top, and then have been aimed towards a fire. You wouldn't have had to have a firefighter holding a hose or anything. You just had somebody stood there pointing the branch in the right direction and aiming it towards the fire. We got this part of the museum's collection a couple of years ago now. Obviously we've just kept it exactly as it is. So you can see, as I just come around here, that a lot of the wheel has actually rotten away. So one of the things that museums always try and figure out is, do you preserve something exactly how it is, so like a time capsule? Do you completely and utterly restore it? So just like the 1920s Dennis fire engine that we've got here, that's been completely stripped down, fully restored, back to immaculate condition again. Or do you leave things exactly like this in, well, what has now showed its original paintwork? So you're talking about 250 years of history being revealed. Obviously some of the exhibits within the museum, just like these guys here, have been fully restored. In fact, actually this one shows a brilliant example of how the manual pumped fire engines work. So you can see the Perspex screen just in there, and as you pump the handles up and down to get the water, you can see the pistons moving just inside. Water goes straight into the top of there, so it would have been used a bucket chain mainly to pour water straight from rivers straight into the back of the fire engines just there. And as the firefighters pumped them, or volunteers pumped them, the water would be pumped straight out the top, as I said, onto fires. Now, obviously, today, nice and simple. If there is a fire, you press a call point, you ring 999, or you shout for help. Some methods like that haven't ever changed, really. And here at the museum, we've got what's called a warning horn. So just here in the cabinet there, you can just see it. It's a little bit sunny today. But that is a warning horn. Literally, well, it's from London, Liverpool and Globe, the insurance fire company, and would have just simply been pumped by hand to make, what I always say to children when they come and visit us, a Nino sound to tell everyone to make their way out of a house fire. So a little tiny snippet there of the collection that we've got here in Sheffield. So back over to Essex Fire Museum again, and I'm going to set them a little challenge of let me know the one exhibit that you think is your most favourite. So it's a little bit like asking you to pick your favourite child. I'm going to ask you to pick your favourite exhibit and share a little bit more information about it. Now, Essex Fire Museum and the museum here in Sheffield are part of the Fire Heritage Network UK. There is a group of museums all across the country that all dedicate their time mainly volunteer run as well, to look after the heritage of the emergency services, of the fire service, sorry, through the Fire Heritage Network UK. So what I'd like to do is try and get a little tour of every single fire museum in the country, if possible, or all the members of the group. There you go, can never get away from sirens, I'm in the background just there as people drive past. And ask Manchester Fire Museum, see whether they can show us a little insight into their collection as well.